All right, let's go to baseball. And you mentioned it yesterday. The great Miguel Cabrera, certainly a future Hall of Famer, two-time MVP, World Series winner, all that. Great player. Is nearing. Go ahead.
And I was going to say, Chris, I watched this guy almost every night in Detroit for, 8 or 10 years since he arrived. And he one of the best right-handed hitters we've ever seen, like plain and simple. He's about to do something that only 7 players have ever done, which is hit 500 home runs, which he has done already, and get 3,000 hits. It just hadn't 7 times. The game's been around 150 years.
Well, and you know what else, Rob? And I guess this speaks to the hits. He's a great hitter for average. He's a career 310 guy. That's what I love about him. He shortens up and
goes the other way, Chris. Yep. He'll take
He's
the
a professional hitter. And that's what I loved about it. Even the years when he's hitting 30-something and 40-something home runs, he's hitting in the up there chasing the batting title or winning it. And so just a great hitter, Rob. And I hope we haven't seen the last of that stuff. I don't mean with him, but they just batting averages don't really matter to some organizations.
Chris, when he won the Triple Crown, batting average, home runs, and RBI leaders in all 3, there were people trying to say, no, he wasn't worthy and it's not a big deal anymore. Remember, they were poo-pooing RBIs and nobody cares. I was like, Triple Crown? Nobody had done it since the 60s or something. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm with you, Rob.
That is very difficult to do, and Cabrera did it. And he did win. The writers, there were enough older writers to hold off, to fend off the newbies,
Right. The analytics brigade. They're look, how can you say RBIs don't matter? That makes,
Chris, they like runs, but they don't like RBIs. I'm like, what?
It makes no sense. All right, but anyway, Rob, he's nearing 3,000. He's as near to 3,000 as you can get. All right? He's at 2,999. All right, so they play the Yankees today in Comerica Park in Detroit, and he is up to bat in the 8th inning. Now, it's a 1-0 game. Detroit's leading 1-0. Obviously a nip-and-tuck game. Men on second and third. And so what Aaron Boone, the manager for the Yankees, 2 outs, what he opts to do is walk Cabrera, intentional walk, and Rob. The fans in Comerica let him have it. Here it is.
They wouldn't dare walk him. There'd be a riot.
They can't. I think by rule, somebody is going for their 3,000th hit and first base is open. You are not allowed to walk that batter. They are not. No, they are. Oh, man.
If you're the manager of the Yankees, what are you going to do?
Let them hit.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Wow, what a decision.
Now, good luck, Yankees, get on your team bus and getting out of here.
Oh, man.
And that was Dan Dickerson, the play-by-play guy, and Jim Price, the former Tiger who does the color, and that courtesy of 97 won the ticket in Detroit. And
shame on those homers.
They were homers. They were absolute homers.
Shame on them, because, Rob, if you know baseball, and they obviously know baseball, then the walk was I think it was the right thing to do.
It was the right thing.
It backfired on them, but their job is not to help Cabrera get to 3,000. I couldn't care less if I'm a Yankee. I'll congratulate him after the game. Great job. Obviously a great player. But I'm not thinking about that. I'm trying to win the game.
And you know what, Chris? Nobody wants to talk about is Cabrera struck out his first 3 at-bats. He had a chance to get his 3,000 hit at Comerica Park.
Did he strike out 3 or 2?
He struck out the first 3 times.
He was 0 for 3.
Okay. I think they were all strikeouts. Rob G, check that. I think he struck out the first 3 times. And then the 4th time they walked him, Chris, in a game that was 1-0 and a game that was important. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to win a game, 1-0, and you got one of the greatest we just talked about it. He's one of the greatest right-handed hitters ever, the best hitter in the Tigers lineup. You're not going to pitch to him.
Ks. 0 for 3, 2 Ks.
Yeah, 2? Okay, 2 strikeouts.
But he's actually hitting pretty well this year.
Right, but that's why. And Aaron Boone said, hey, I get it. I'm not going to be the most popular guy in the ballpark, but he's there to win games. And it's unfortunate. The Tigers out of town now. Their homestand over, because that's probably why the fans are so mad, because he didn't hit his 500th home run Chris, in Detroit either. He tried, couldn't do it, and then they went to Toronto, and then he got the 500th home run, so it was on the road. And now it looks like, the Tigers on the road? Can you see? It looks like they're going on a road trip, and he's going to get his hit on the road as well. So Tiger fans not happy. But I would be curious to think, people really believe like the Yankees should have pitched to him with first base open? It'd be one thing, Chris, if first base was occupied and they intentionally walked him. Huh?
Where are you getting your info? They're at home the next 3 games.
Okay, so so what's the big deal? No, I'm asking. Is why they were mad. It's like, so this game doesn't mean they're not going to get to see it. Actually, it'll mean that more people will be able to go to the next game. You know what I mean? They only had 21,000.
Well, I was going to say, save me the city was dying to see Miggy get 3,000. It was half full.
Chris, it was a day game.
41,000.
People work in Detroit.
Stop defending baseball, Rob. They hold 41,000.
It's a day game. It's a 1 o'clock afternoon game on a Thursday.
Build a 22,000 seat stadium then. Because that's only the amount of people that were there. No, I'm just messing around. But Rob, come on. You know this. Do we? And I remember when Michael Strahan. Brett Favre gave
that was
Strahan
terrible
the
too.
sack. Yeah,
that was terrible.
Look, I get it. I'll take it if I'm Strahan, but that's not how I want the record. I'll take it, but I want to earn it, right? I'm sure Cabrera wanted to go up. Look, he's trying to win. He's going to get to 3,000. Relax. And like you said, he'll probably get there on this next this next series.
And here,
yeah.
Go ahead. I got it. Something else I want to add. Because it's funny because they were praising Cabrera, Chris, last night, because after he didn't get it last night, Cabrera was quoted as saying, quote, "Who the F cares? We lost. When has a game ever been about individual accomplishments?" End the quote. So they were like praising him. That he wasn't that big. He was mad that they lost to the Yankees last night, and he didn't care about being one.
He was 3 for 4 last night, wasn't he?
Right, and he had a chance last night, but it didn't happen. And he was basically saying, "I don't care about that. We lost the game. It doesn't matter." And then today, people are saying the Yankees shouldn't care about winning and should be just pitched to him because they should give him a chance to, wow, you can't walk him. How could you intentionally walk him? No, you're trying to win the game, 1-0. The Tigers' best hitter is up. I'm going to say Aaron Boone managed to win. I have no issues with it, but I'm sure there'll be people out there who will disagree, like we had with the Kershaw stuff, right? I mean,
I'm with you, Rob. And look, so I didn't hear that quote from Cabrera.
Yeah, that was after last night's game.
Who the F cares?
Yep. Who the F cares? We lost. When has a game ever been about individual accomplishments?
Look, it sounds great. And it sounds like he meant it. He threw in an expletive and all that.
Right.
I wouldn't have said that. If I was in his position, I would have been, you say the right thing. I would have been like, hey, look, yeah, of course I wanted it, but the bottom line is we lost. And winning the game is more important. But I would not, it almost sounds like and I don't think he's doing this, inside, but it sounds like he's belittling the accomplishment. Like that's almost like the piece of metal quote by Rob Manfred. You're trying to make a point, but you go too far. And especially in baseball, Rob, where individual marks, they matter. I don't want to say they matter more than in basketball.
No, just that there are numbers in baseball, Chris, that are definitely like
absolutely
benchmarks. You know what I mean? Like benchmarks in baseball, and all the fans know it. If somebody gets 500 home runs, you could be on the road. Everybody in Toronto stood up and cheered for Miguel Cabrera, Chris, because you know how hard it is to get 500 home runs. So yeah.
And you don't always, you might have a great season and not win. I mean, look at Mike Trout. You know, you might have, don't belittle. I'm just saying, I'm not mad at Cabrera. I don't think he is really belittling the award, but it sounds, like he doesn't care about it. And that's a huge accomplishment. And that should definitely be respected.
And I get fans. You want to be a part of the moment, Chris. You got the ticket. You're at the game.
Yeah, they all probably thought.
He's going to get it.
Yeah.
And he's got 4 chances. I'm going to be at the game where he gets his 3,000 hit. And I could always tell him the bar story with the friends. I was there. I was at the game when Miggy got hit number 3,000. We went crazy. All 21,000 of us.
Right. Well, hey, if he wasn't close to 3,000, it would only been probably 2,100. So
yeah.
All right, this is the Odd Couple, Chris and Rob. 877-99 on Fox. And Rob, are you watching this Memphis-Minnesota game?
Is it blown? Is it a blowout?
It's a bloodbath.
Wow.
47-21.
I'm surprised by that. I know Minnesota, but I really thought Memphis had turned the tide.
I tell you, man, they're a tough matchup for Memphis.
We talked about it, yeah.
Yeah, this is too young. But you know what? It's two really good young teams that can have bright futures. So it's kind of good.